Hey everybody. So I apologize. I'm trying to set this up um, without a stand at the moment. And I know that the live videos can get really choppy. Weaver, this is for you. I'm letting everybody else know what I think of you guys, which is pretty cool. However, see if I can get this to stand up right. Please be patient with me. um, well, heck and hi howdy. Heck and hi howdy. Not from Arkansas. I'm from Arizona. Hi, my name is Mickey. Well, I'm trying to set this up, and I am the founder of Caring Hearts for Horses. We are a 501c3 in Arizona. You guys are probably seeing tons of pixelation because of me moving, and I'm sorry. And we were using Shire hay nets. Now I have to tell you, this is a Weaver plug, and I'm not downing Weaver in any way, shape, or form. Let's make that clear right off the bat. However, I do love Shire, but, and here's the big but, there's a few things about the Shire nets that don't match the Weaver nets. And I'm still looking for a way to stand this up. Let me see if I can flip this around and do it. Because I want to show you how I'm doing this also. Ah! Okay. Hopefully that got y'all a good laugh. Pixelation. So yeah, this is kind of crazy trying to do this. I'm usually set up just right, but okay, if that doesn't fall over, then we're doing great. Hi. As I said before, my name is Mickey and I'm with Caring Hearts for Horses. We are a 501c3 nonprofit here. We are not a rescue. However, we have rescued a couple of horses. We've taken in a couple of horses, but we will not be taking in anymore. I just kind of like to set that pace out there in the beginning. We are something different. From what I hear, there's only a few of us throughout the country that do this kind of thing. And this kind of thing means we're an outreach. So what we do is we offer assistance to horse owners concerning the health and welfare of their horses, because at least in this state, we have no help, and the state of Arizona has tied up the funds. And I add this because sorry. For those of you noticing the finger, I'm not flipping you off on purpose. It doesn't bend. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Back to the state of Arizona, they don't give enough funds to the livestock inspectors here, who have complete control when there's any issues concerning any hooved animals. So that's livestock, okay? Goats, pigs, horses, donkeys, you name it. If it has a hoof, with the shape, they have jurisdiction over that. And unfortunately, there are only 3 in Pima, between Pima and Mojave County. Now, I'm not going to go into a big deal because this is about Weaver nets. However, because of that, something happened that you can see, you can read it on our Facebook page, the story of how we became. But I had a horse die in my lap, and that for me does not work considering the situation. So I created this. Let's just bounce past, okay? I created this organization. Then we opened up to community service, and now we have, skipping way forward, now we have a program called EALA. It's EALA, and it stands for Equine Assisted Life Agility. It's a program for teenagers coming out of probation, in probation, foster kids, all kids from 14 up to 18. And we also have a volunteer work program for teenagers as well. So lots happened in 2 years' time of us being around. And one of the things that, because I have 6 horses total, 1 is my rider, and then we have 5 special needs horses. And we use those horses with the children to teach them all of their emotional life skills that they need to deal with their own emotions for themselves, how to handle things that they feel about themselves, as well as handling social issues as well. So that's what we do. And we're in Golden Valley, Arizona, between Kingman and Bullhead City in Mojave Valley. So let's get to the nets, because I'm very happy with my Weaver nets. Now I have to tell you, I changed to Weaver nets because I was using Shire. Shire is out of the UK, and I love them, but they've upped the price again. They're either $15 or $16 a net. They're a little bit smaller than I like. I stuff 10 pounds in my bags, and sometimes I put more in there. It just depends on what I'm using them for. But I work graveyard as well. I have a regular job also, so I'm a little nuts. And these nets save me an immense amount of money and time. Okay, that's a whole nother video. How I put my hay nets in trash buckets and trash barrels with clips and blah blah blah. Different video. The Shire nets are very sturdy. They lasted me a year. And these horses, I've got different horses, and they grab and then, and they pull, and they've all gotten used to it. And I still have a couple that just on the nets. When they finally got holes in them, I realized that the prices had gone up, and I was looking for another alternative, and an alternative that was made in the U.S. Not that I'm against the U.K. Love that place. Only other country I would probably live in. But let me show you these beautiful nets. And I do have a couple small things. Now that you've sat through all this, Lord have mercy, 6 minutes, I'm so sorry. These nets come in all kinds of colors, just like the Shires. They are the same strong weave. I don't know if they're identical weave. I know they're the same strong weave, okay? I can tell because I can look at them and I can compare them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. For those of you that are Tough One fans because they're $10, I'm going to tell you right now, I hate Tough One. I've sent them a video. I've sent them emails. They're the biggest waste of money you can ever buy. If you're in a major hurry, you need one right this moment, and you can't find anybody in your area that carries the Weaver nets or the Shire nets or anything but Tough One, then buy it. But plan on it being gone within 48 hours. There will be holes in it. They're the cheapest piece of junk I have ever seen. And I'm going to send this video to them also. All right. I don't care if they donated nets to us. I wouldn't use them. I mean, I'd give them away to people, but I wouldn't use them. I'd use them as prizes during events or something. I won't use them. They're junk. They fray. They're disastrous. Now that I've said all that, I use these because they don't do all that. The knots on these and the others that I like, we'll just call them the others now that I've mentioned them, they do not slip, okay? They are stationary, which means the holes on these stay the same size. They don't get bigger, and they don't get smaller. And they don't rub against each other, causing more friction, which will cause this material to fray, just like twine. You know, twine is a beautiful thing. It's like using Gorilla Tape. I like Gorilla Tape. I know. I should say duct tape, but, there's the plug for Gorilla. Anyway, these, like twine is great to use if it's going to be stationary, but when it's moving back and forth, this type of material, any type of poly material, is going to wear. Okay, so Tough One, you suck. I don't mince words, I'm sorry. It's why my teens love me. These are fantastic. They stay in place. They also hold, and this is where I'm going to move over here. Okay. They hold, this is how I fill my bags. And I have a video I made a long time ago that shows this. This is a 16-gallon bucket. Oh, hell. Sorry. This is a 16-gallon bucket. There's a bucket. You can use whatever you want to use for a table underneath. When I put this on, the knot is here, okay? It has a nice, huge, wide opening. The Shire net doesn't have that. It's tighter. It doesn't have this big, beautiful, long. I love this. When I first got these, I thought, oh my God, those are going to slip and slide and they're not going to hold. Not true. They proved me wrong. Yay! I love being proven wrong over things like this. So when I put them in, here, let me just get this one out of the way and I'll show you from the beginning. And I have a way that I tie them. I tie a slip knot. Everybody does it different than me, but if you do a slip knot here, it won't open up. Okay, I digress. Let me move it. Net. There we are. These nets are brand new. I just bought 6 or 7 more of these nets. I'll do these here. Okay, so you're just going to open this net up. Now look, when I do this, I do it with the knot towards me. You don't have to. I have my way of doing things. This is from a new net. The other nets, they're much more difficult because they're tighter, they're smaller. This has a beautifully long string on it, and you can adjust the knot on this string, no problem. I put it over my handle. This is the easiest way to do this, kids. Bring it back over the other handle. And then the knot is hanging here by the handle, so I know where it's at. And I happen to be filling hay nets for tonight. because when I work graveyard, I think that's about right. When I work graveyard, I don't have a lot of time to come out here and feed 6 horses and fill bags and all that. It does take a little bit of time. Oh wow, did I just do that without thinking? I'm so sorry. So you put your hay in there however much you want. Now look, this is, and I'll show you because I weigh all my bags too. This bag is nice and tall. Look how much room I still have up here. Okay, makes a great pointer, doesn't it? All the bag room I have up here is amazing. Okay, there's still slack in the bottom here, and this feels like it's about an 8-pound. I'm hoping it's about an 8-pound flake. You do this without dropping you. I know it's long. I'm sorry. I'm a long-winded woman. Long-winded woman. Oh, there's my scale. I get my fingers. Oh, this is just bull hockey. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, there's my scale. Lord, I can't pause this, I don't think, or I would. Let's try that again. Whoops, finger out of the way, dinkus. Okay, I hope you guys are laughing your butts off instead of being irritated. I really, really do. Okay, there we go. So, this was supposed to be easy. I told you I just moved so I don't have all my stands and everything. But I really need, when I think of doing something, I have to do it. Because if I don't, then forget it. This is a fish scale while I'm waiting for it. It takes 3 seconds. If you count to 3, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004, the sucker turns to 0 and you're not as impatient. If you're like me. Just hang it on there real quick. I'm pulling it away from the wall so it's accurate. It's 7 pounds. Okay, so that's a 7-pound flake. Dear God, now I have to move you. This is the thing, this is one other thing I like about this. If you weigh yours like I do, because we're on a budget. So it's like, I have to make sure they're getting at least what they're supposed to. And I feed a little bit different amounts at night and in the daytime. So look how easy that was to come out. Just see, I'm hoping you're realizing how simple this is as I'm doing this. Super simple. I was able to open it right back up again, no problem. 16-gallon bucket, 15 or 16, I think it's 16. Fits over it perfectly. I put the bottom down all the way down. In these, I don't. In the Shire nets, I had to bring them up. I had to bring the bottom up so that it pushed it down. That way, I had enough room to cover it and close it. I don't have to do that with these. I don't even worry about it. I stick it over. I pull it down. I've got this the top pulled all the way down to the bottom of the bucket. No big deal. And then I add what I need to add. What the heck am I doing? I've been doing this enough that I know, and I feed grass, so I know how much is a pound and how much isn't. And I feed a little bit more at night than I do in the daytime. Okay, moving on. This just pulls right over. It doesn't get stuck on the handles, and I'm able to tie them nice and fast. I love your nets. Love your nets. They're standing up to my kids. I have different horses out here that, like I said, different levels of crazy as far as the way they eat. A lot of these horses, 2 of these horses I know for an absolute fact, came from a situation where they were starving. So they mow down as much as they can. This saves me so much money. It keeps them from blowing away. It keeps, I cannot tell you, I probably save, in all true reality, a bale a week. No joke. Remember, I have 6 horses, okay? So I save about a bale a week. You drop this stuff in Golden Valley, we get wind. We get high winds. The horses take them right out of the bucket. I'm not worrying about sand. I'm not worrying about colic. I don't even feed sand clear because I don't need to. It stays in the bottom of my buckets, of I buy just $10 trash buckets. And that's what I put them in. If you want to know how to do it, let me know. I'll tell you. These nets are fantastic. There's one major drawback. And I love the price. The price is fantastic as well. I think the cost on these is $11 a piece. $10.99, $10.95. It's $11. Awesome. Great. Well worth it. Well worth it. However, let me tell you my biggest complaint, and I've seen others complaining the same. So Weaver, listen carefully, okay? These holes are too big. They may be okay for a horse trailer, but the net's too big to be thrown in your horse trailer. Kind of. I wouldn't want it. Anyway, the holes are too big. They're okay if you want a 2-inch hole, which I believe that's what these are. If you could make a net, and I know you can, if you could make another net that has 1-inch holes in it, OMG. Wow. I'm looking to see, let me show you the difference here. Okay. This is the Shire net. This net is a year old, and it's still in amazing condition. So I'm not against Shire, but when they finally did get their holes, I had to start mending, and OMG. OMG. Weird thing. Anyway, go figure, it's now a word in the dictionary, I think. Okay, the holes aren't as big, but look at these holes here. Not the top holes, these holes. These 1-inch holes. Fantastic. Because instead of my horses eating for an hour or half hour, they're eating, with this net, they eat for 5 hours. They get 5 hours of eating. That's awesome. I can't free feed out here. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I have different types of horses that have different needs. We have special needs horses. So 1-inch nets. I've seen lots of reviews that people want your nets with 1-inch nets. It's why they don't like them. The holes are too big. They are too big. I use them anyway because your price count is right. But I'm not as happy. And as you can see, I tell everybody everything. So these holes are too big, Mommy. I'm not saying Daddy. It's not going to happen. Whoever's listening, these holes are too big. You need 1-inch holes. I don't know what the process is to make these happen. I don't know if it's a machine that you can set on 1-inch holes or 1.5-inch holes. That would be better. But this is what you need. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. This is what you need. The 1-inch holes. Not, see how much bigger these are? I'll be like, hello, you can see me, no problem. Here, you can't see me. Natural for the horse. It means less hay being chunked out of here, less hay blowing away. So I actually saved more money with these than I did with these. But when you're counting $11 compared to 15 or 16, I wasn't losing that much money. So I go with your nets, and that's that. Now, if you feel free to send us a couple more, I've bought, I think, close to $150 worth of your nets lately. I could still use 3 or 4 more. However, and we are a 501c3. No. But that's not why I'm sending you this. I'm sending you this to let you know that I'm so grateful to you for having these nets, but you need to take one step further. Please, please, please take one step further. Please, please, please don't make me beg. I don't look good when I beg. However, they're awesome. And if you need an extra dealer here, I do know we have one in Stockton Hill Feed in Kingman. She is fantastic. She started carrying them because I ordered them. However, we would love to offer them to our people as well. You have a great day. Thank you for watching this ridiculous